The Twilight Zone is one of those TV series that is so important to the history of television, it not only cannot be overlooked, it should not be downplayed. I am not a fan of Jordan Peele. I did not like Get Out. I think Us looks like shit. I hated Key and Peele. I've hated everything that this man's done. I don't know the man personally, so maybe he's a great guy. As a creator, he is one of the most overrated people currently working in Hollywood, and in no way did he deserve an Oscar for Get Out. Get Out might be one of the most overrated movies I've ever seen in my entire life. The movie has the subtlety of a sledgehammer to the forehead. Its message is so obvious that you just ask yourself, why are you even doing this? Instead you look at a movie like Sorry to Bother You, which arguably has a similar message and is done with style and humor, and it actually reaches you without having to constantly point at it going, message! Message! I think Peele is absolutely 100% wrong for The Twilight Zone. Now, The Twilight Zone, it's not like it cannot be redone. That happened in 1985. The Twilight Zone was redone. The difference here, though, is in 1985, while Rod Serling was dead at this point, the 1985 version was helmed by many people who worked on the original Twilight Zone with Serling, and the correct decision was made to use writers who were giants in their field. Harlan Ellison, Stephen King, Ray Bradbury, Richard Matheson, Frederick Pohl, etc., etc. So then we moved to the 2002 Twilight Zone where they have none of that, and it was just a directionless mess. We got this new trailer for The Twilight Zone from Jordan Peele during the Super Bowl.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, and the home of Super Bowl 53.
Witness an empty space, filled with thousands of screaming people. A man both nowhere and everywhere at the same time. Answers are new questions. The unthinkable is the expected. When truth is not the truth, what dimension are you even in?
This thing got me so angry. First of all, Jordan Peele seems to think he is the next Rod Serling. He comports himself as Rod Serling. The way he talks is like he's Rod Serling. I think he believes he is Rod Serling. Now, Rod Serling is one of those guys that was always ice skating uphill when it came to television. He was always fighting the system. He was always trying to get something substantive put on the screen. And television does not want that. His battles with the network were legendary. It doesn't matter on which show. And you look at pieces like Patterns or A Town Is Turned to Dust. There's no way anyone like Jordan Peele is ever going to make anything with that much relevance to it. And yet Jordan Peele honestly seems to think he is Rod Serling. Look at the way he comports himself. My God, in that promo, he's literally almost aping Rod Serling. Jordan Peele is not Rod Serling. He doesn't have 1/10 of Rod Serling's talent or any of Rod Serling's charisma or intelligence. What is it about Jordan Peele and his history that makes him worthy of the Twilight Zone? I don't mean to keep jumping on he thinks he's the new Rod Serling. He's been called that by the press numerous times. He keeps being called the next Rod Serling, the heir to Rod Serling. This isn't me just pulling this out of nowhere. I think after seeing this Super Bowl ad, this all started to go to his head. I think he started thinking, you know what? I am the next Rod Serling. I think that's the dangerous part. Rod Serling was unique among television writers. He was one of, not the first, but one of the first people in television to actually say, we're not going to talk down to you. We are going to give you these morality plays. We are going to give you something for your mind. We are not looking down on you. And I don't think Jordan Peele has that. I think Jordan Peele is the kind of person who got swept up in this whole thing. All of a sudden, Get Out was this huge hit, which again, I don't understand how. It was seen as something intelligent and meaningful when it actually was just hollow and empty. He let it go to his head. And again, as I stated earlier, I don't know the man. Maybe he is a fantastic person in day-to-day life. As a producer, as a director, as a writer, he is not capable of following Rod Serling. Not one little bit. And I have a feeling, based on this trailer and some of the other things that we've read about this new Twilight Zone, it's going to be less Twilight Zone and more Black Mirror. That's really what this is looking like with the glitches, the intentional glitches during the Super Bowl ad, and then there was that other previous hint, trailer, teaser, whatever it was. I think they're going to try and make this Black Mirror, not Twilight Zone, and that is a huge problem. And people need to understand that Jordan Peele is so not right for this. People need to stop going, oh, Jordan Peele, oh, Get Out, so it was like a giant Twilight Zone episode. No, it wasn't. For one, Rod Serling was rarely, not always, but rarely ever so blunt as to hit you in the face with a sledgehammer. Get Out was not even it would have not even have been a cosmic slop episode. Yeah, people don't seem to remember the 3-episode pilot that HBO did called Cosmic Slop, which literally sold itself as the Black Twilight Zone. That's not a pejorative. They literally sold it as the Black Twilight Zone. And that seems to be what Get Out wanted to be. So really, Get Out is more of a Cosmic Slop episode than it is a Twilight Zone episode if you're really going to be fair about it. And if people are going to keep harping on this, Jordan Peele is Rod Serling, blah, why not just give him the 0-hour radio show? He can remake that. He can remake A Town Has Turned to Dust. Or the short-lived Rod Serling series, The Loner. How about that? Ooh, Night Gallery. They've been trying to make a Night Gallery remake. Maybe Jordan Peele's perfect for that. Oh, except for the fact that he's absolutely not. It is very telling that they are launching this, what I perceive as the train wreck of this Twilight Zone on April 1st. April Fool's Day seems to be the appropriate time for this. Now people are going to go, Josh, you haven't seen it. How do you know if it's going to be any good? 'Cause I know. 'Cause Jordan Peele cannot make this good. I don't see any way he can do that. He is not hiring the best people. We've seen the lists of some of the writers and whatnot. These are people who've made a movie or two, or they wrote for a couple of TV shows. That's a big cry from Ray Bradbury and Harlan Ellison, and we're going to get Stephen King to make a new episode. Jordan Peele, I don't like this guy. I'm just so sick of everybody talking about how Jordan Peele is the future of cinema. He's being handed all of these franchises. He's being handed all of these opportunities. For what? Because he got lucky making a movie that people liked despite its distinct lack of quality? Us. He literally is describing that as like a Twilight Zone episode. Now, we haven't seen Us. It's not out at the time of this recording, but the trailer absolutely looks like it's just, hey look, it's more of what I conceive of the Twilight Zone, but really is more cosmic slop. Keep Jordan Peele away from the Twilight Zone. He is not Rod Serling. There is no modern Rod Serling. Jordan Peele, back off and stop wrecking shit.